My name is Lacey Scafidel, and this is my audience.
What's up?
Oh.
Jordan. Have you met Lacey?
You probably know that X-rays save millions of lives in many ways, but do you know how they do this challenging task? X-ray machines are a piece of technology that helps save lives every day. Knowing how they work and their main functions will help give an insight on how important they are in the medical field. Being in school for radiology influences my fascination with the process these machines go through to produce these images. The history of X-ray machines, how they work, and the medical uses and future of the machines are all topics that are important to understand when in radiology school and in the general public in case you come in contact with one of these machines. The best way to start off this explanation is to start from the beginning, the history of the X-ray machine. On September 8, 1895, Röntgen was in his lab investigating the properties of cathode rays. He had decided to repeat some of Leonard and Hertz's experiments, hypothesizing that the rays had always penetrated the glass tube, but were previously undetected. In order to test this, he covered the tube with black chalkboard, paper, and in a darkened room and supplied the electric current. He had forgotten to put a screen directly in front of the tube. Nonetheless, a greenish yellow appeared on the cardboard screen that was lying on a chair several feet away from the tube. The startled Röntgen started to see that not only the screen was going 9 inches but feet away from the tube, but going in the shape of the letter A, which a student had written on the cardboard in liquid barium. Amazed, Röntgen placed the screen several feet in front of the tube and tested it again. Once again, the screen began to glow. He then placed a deck of cards and a 2-inch book between the tube and the screen. He discovered the ray could penetrate through these materials. For the next month, Röntgen dedicated every free moment to investigate the phenomenon. In Brian Bauer's book, X-rays and Their Discoveries, he said that Röntgen stated, "I didn't think I could have investigated this topic enough." In December, another huge discovery was made. While holding up a lead pipe to the ray, the bones of his fingers were shadowed on the screen. Unable to believe his eyes, Röntgen decided to show his wife what he had occupied his time, resulting in the famous X-ray image of her hand, which I have here on my phone for everybody to see. In the book, Head Bone is Connected to the Neck Bone by Carla McCaffrey stated that by 1896, an X-ray department had been set up in the Gastro Royal Infirmary, one of the first radiology departments in the world. In the same year, Dr. Hall Edwards became the first person to use an X-ray machine to make a diagnosis. He discovered a needle embedded in a woman's hand. In the first 20 years following Röntgen's discovery, X-rays were used to treat soldiers fighting in World War I. Finding bone fractures and embedded bullets, much excitement surrounded the new technology, and X-ray machines started to appear as a wondrous curiosity in theatrical shows. Now, how do these machines actually work, you ask? After doing much research, I found in Kane Phillips' book, Giants of Science, that in an X-ray tube, the electrons emitted from the cathode are accelerated towards the metal target antidote by accelerating voltage of typically 50 kV. The high-energy electrons interact with the atoms in the metal target. Sometimes the electrons comes very close to a nucleus in the target and is deviated by the electromagnetic interaction. In this process of breaking radiation, the electron loses much energy and an X-ray is emitted. The energy of the emitted X-ray can take a value up to a maximum corresponding to the energy of the indicated electron. The high-energy electron can also cause an electron close to the nucleus in a metal atom to be knocked out of its place. The rays are processed through these X-ray machines are like light and radio waves, a form of electromagnetic radiation. X-rays have high energy and short wavelength and are able to pass through tissues. On their passage through the body, the denser tissues, such as the bones, will block more of the rays than the less dense tissues, as the lungs. A special type of photographic film is used to record X-ray pictures. The X-rays are converted into light, and the more energy that has reached the recording system, the darker the region for the film will be. In L.F. Squire's book, Fundamentals of Röntgenology, he says that this is why the bones on an X-ray machine appear whiter, less dense than through the lungs, and more energy passes through. With this being said, X-ray machines are complex machines and were created by accident. Radiographs are useful in the detection of pathology of the skeletal system as well as for detecting some disease processes in soft tissue. Without the studies of röntgen, who knows where the medical field would be? The human body could still be a complete mystery. X-ray machines are one of the most important tools in the medical field and will continue to be for years to come. Thank you.